Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good day, good Friday, wherever you are, no matter what day of the week it is. It's just about frequency and vibration and just attracting the message, the energy into our awareness that we need to hear in the moment. So that's really what all messages are and energy forecasts. It's just the outside reflection of what we need to hear in the now. So it's not even about a day, a time, a specific location, a calendar event. It's just about reflecting the message, the energy into our awareness that we need to just to be aware of. So I'm just hopping on. I'm trying to get into a new routine where I'm going to start doing my morning messages before I exercise. I'm just going to try it out. It gives me, it sparks me. Like my Rias on the runs are great because I'm an open receptor when I'm running. But I think it's a good way to start, once Mythos is on the bus and stuff, a good way to start and align my energy and anchor into my heart. Plus it gives me a boost. It gives me a blast of energy. Nothing like this sun. After I do a message or share something that spirit wants to bring through, this is more my state of being. It feels good. So hopefully it does a little bit of that for you guys. Also, good morning, Luann. I have not seen you for a long time. Thank you for joining. If you don't mind sharing out, I appreciate it. I never usually, unless I'm doing it with somebody, a message. I don't usually put an advance notice. All right, so we're going to do a power of 3 message. And again, the power of 3 is bringing in all aspects of ourself, our mind, our body, our spirit, our God self, our human self, and the spirit connecting them. So we'll just clear the energy first. All right. So there's a little bit of misalignment in the middle ring. So today, what spirit, that energy that needs to just be integrated. Yeah, that's what I wrote on the message today too, is what energy needs to be integrated today to align us. That's a great way to express it. So it's a power of 3 because we're bringing in alignment, our God self, our body, our human physical self, with the spirit, connecting the two, that invisible energy that's always there, guiding us, giving us messages. It's our tuition. So that energy being brought into alignment, it's going to bring forth the message of the energy that needs to be brought into our awareness to integrate, to process, to clear, the clean, to just be aware of. All right, so part of the power of 3 is obviously our overall God self, the source of all creation. So we're gonna just do a cross breath because that connection is always there. It's who we are. It's within our heart portal, if you want to think of a place, but it's really no place and no time. So we'll do that first. We're gonna breathe into our heart space, into our middle, into our crosshair, into that place where the spiritual is meeting with the physical, our highest frequency available to us. And when we do that, we become the prana, the activator, the remembering, the releasing of codes, the illumination of our light. We create the highest frequency reality by coming to the now, by connecting to the source of who we are, our higher self, our unconditional love. It's always there. It's who we are. But when we focus on it, that's what is illuminated. And when we take a breath in, imagine that light coming from your entire being. You're breathing it in through your entire skin, energetic self also. But it's not coming from outside. It's coming from within. But everything works in symbiosis. What you connect to within, the energy that you are, is on the outside also. So we'll take a nice deep breath in. Drop into your heart space. Feel all of that light being sucked into your entire being, but simultaneously activating, catalyzing, triggering all the light and love and codes that you are Hold it. Feel the vibration. Feel your energy. Feel this moment. Be with it. You are it. And exhale. So the power of 3, this part is the God self to me. This is God, the God. The all-knowing, ever-present, everywhere, all at once. So as we connect to that, we create a space and an awareness to receive the highest frequency messages. All right, so part of the human self, the human, is I'm going to pull a paragraph out of here, and it's just what the human self deals with as it tries to find the higher perception, the higher answers, the reasoning, the whys, all of that. So it's you can think of it as, you know, the Father. This is the Father. You can think of this as the Son, us, our physical self, as we navigate and expand through this physical journey. Hey, good morning. Hey guys, thank you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I appreciate you focusing your light on this message, because it helps all of us. It expatiates the energy. Hey Joey, good morning beautifuls. Denise, thank you guys. So I'm just doing a power of 3, and the message is about what energy needs to be brought into our awareness that we are integrating and aligning for the day as we come into balance. All right, so the paragraph obviously isn't going to be, you know, exactly what you're going through, but the energy, the example, the situation should resonate in some way, shape, or form, that you extract something from it. All right, Spirit, shoot. What do we need to hear today? Boop. All right, this is what I got. I always like to see what paragraph it was too, and even the page. I'm going to start incorporating the page. This is a paragraph. The page is 18, so to me, that is number 1 breaks down to like that individuality, that leadership, that path, going alone, and the 8 represents that abundance. So as we go alone and tune into our frequency, we create abundance. As we align to our heart center, the truth of who we are, which the truth of who we are is who we are right now. You know, nothing is wrong. It's always right. But we are completing cycles and then being always creating. We're always creating. Every breath is a new moment. You know, every breath is a new day. So it's just reminding us, with every completion, there's a simultaneous rebirth happening. And the chapter, let me just see here. Chapter 1, and it's a 1. So new beginnings. And that makes sense as we had that full moon and we're going, transitioning into the shift of a new energy. You hold the key to all your power. Turn it. The key's in here, guys. It's in your awareness. It's in what you focus on. You hold the key. You hold the key. What do you want to unlock? What do you want to bring attention to? What do you want to illuminate in your life? The key to becoming all you are meant to be. And you are always all you are meant to be in every moment. So even that is telling us to surrender to the moment and exactly where we are. Because we can't bake a cake without going through the motions. We can't bake a cake without adding all the ingredients. Which to me means all of the situations and the moments and the circumstance you're going through is part of the ingredients. We can't just have the cake when you are living the experience of baking it. You've got to mix it. You got to get the ingredients. You got to stir it up. You got to make a little bit of a mess. Then you got to kind of clean it up. And then it comes out of the oven. It's baked. It's ready. Then you're frosting. The frosting and all of that, and the cake itself is the abundance of going through your path and doing what you need to do to get there. That's part of the experience. And then when you're eating your cake, you're like, this was so delicious. And you're going to have that much more of an appreciation because you had the sensual, physical experience of creating it. So that's kind of what we are going through and what we are doing with the 19. All right. The paragraph says, to follow your bliss means to follow the whispers and yearnings of your heart, not what the world expects of you, and not even what your own family expects of you. And I'm going to even say what your mind expects of you, because your mind is kind of programmed to all those other things. As a child struggles to enter into adulthood on his own, he sometimes has to go against the expectations of a parent that a parent has for him. And so must we enter a life more aligned to who we really are. It takes courage to fight through criticisms of others, but only we can answer to our life and whether we are enjoying the true bliss and joy of following our heart's desires. Not to follow our heart's desires is like trying to teach a fish to live without water. It dies. And so do we every time we make a decision based on another's opinions instead of exposing our heart's desires through our actions. To live without expression of divine spirit within us is not really living. It is an insult to life. So we know those times when we're going against what we want. It doesn't feel good. We have that little quiet voice still trying to push us and urge us to work through our fears, to continue a path or a different path. But then we're always challenged and given an opportunity to align to ourselves when we hear those outside voices. Oh, you really shouldn't do that. Or, you know, that's a bad investment. Or what the heck you thinking? Or that person's not right for you. If you listen to all those voices, they're actually gifts that give us an opportunity to see how does that feel for us. So if something doesn't feel right, then you know what path to take. Listening to your tuition, your eternal guidance. So all of those old beliefs, all of those voices, all of those expectations that we have experienced, it's not that we need to push them off and not listen to them. It's actually a gift to listen to them because then we can see how it feels. How does it resonate to us? Does it feel good and peaceful? Then go forth. If it doesn't, that causes a trigger for us to stop, to pause, to contemplate and reflect. What is it you want? Who is it? Who are you? What do you stand for? What is your truth? So it's all a gift. So yeah, being true to yourself, Joey, yes. So those things offer, because I don't believe anything is wasted or bad. It's our perception and how we utilize it, how we use that tool, how we use that outer reflection to grow, to align, to integrate, to discover who we are. So it's all good. All right, that's a great paragraph. It's a good reminder for us. I know you guys all know this, but it's a good reminder. It's energy we're integrating. So there could be something you're going through today that is causing you to contemplate your path or your next move or your action. There's always that pause before the action. The pause gives us that time to reflect and to process or to see if it's in alignment to our heart, not someone else's. No one else is living your life but you, your heart. And that's where true bliss is, and joy and freedom, when you are opening up and allowing that guidance to come forth from you. And the whole outside world is a tool that gives you that experience to see if it does align, if it does feel good. It's not about conditioning or fitting in. It's about your own inner connection and reflection and alignment. The outside world might be just projecting or giving you something that is kind of waking you up or causing a disturbance or causing an irritant or a contrast, because you are asking of that from the world to come into alignment, to see what it is where you need a little tweaking, a little adjustment. Just like these little guys here, the middle was a little bit of zoop. So that just gives us an opportunity to realign, to refocus. It's nothing like when you know how we're always told, and you guys know we're creating our reality, and sometimes you might say, why did I create this? It doesn't feel good. I must be doing something wrong. No, you asked yourself of it in order to take a deeper look at yourself, self-discovery. Took me 52 years to get to follow my bliss. Well, that's beautiful, Joey, because at least you did. At least you did. And all of those leading ups to that were all beautiful, opening up a little gifts and opportunities of finding that wisdom and knowledge, little gifts of wisdom and knowledge that you gained along the way. But there is never an end. There's a new opening to following the bliss, and then that bliss will lead and shoot off to many other abundance and paths, because the journey never ends. Life's eternal. So it is a constant unfolding of your bliss, I guess. But if it isn't feeling blissful, it's just because you got a little tweaking of energy within. But it's all as it should be. So yeah, that's beautiful, Joey. All right, so we're gonna do the Mother Earth heart card. I almost like the, oh, okay, that's not the one. So this is the energy connecting that physical, the God self, what we know at a bigger perspective in the physical experience. What is our heart? What is the energy of our heart wanting us to know? To get us in that alignment, to get us to that bliss, to get us to that path. All right. So these are all Mother Earth heart cards. Our hearts are one with Mother Earth. She's the physical embodiment of us. And we are here to live that that spiritual experience in the physical, the spiritual part of us in the physical. All right. Our soul's purpose. All right, we got this heart here. I like this little heart. It's actually like a broken stone, but it comes together as one. So Joey was talking about it took her 52 years to follow her heart's desire. So it's almost like she might have felt broken or disconnected from her heart in her experiences, but those broken experiences have united her to her heart. She now knows what she wants, where she's going. She feels more aligned, more in tune, and more open. And we always are, but it's just different levels of that. We're always living our truth, just different levels. Some are a little bit more constrained, the bar's a little lower. And as we grow and take this journey of life, it gets higher and higher, and we open up and open up and open up. So we never did anything wrong. It's not like we weren't there. We were always exactly where we needed to be. It's part of the evolution. It's part of the journey. It's part of the self-discovery. So the broken parts of us are the parts that we feel where we're disconnected. What Spirit is saying is it's all coming together now. We are seeing things from a higher perspective and having a bigger understanding why things had to be like they were, why we had that path. We're finding the broader perspective in the divinity, the divine part of it, in all of it, even if it didn't feel good. A lot of it came from the head. This almost looks like a cranium, looks like a person. See the little nose, the eye, the tongue. Okay, there we go. We got that tongue French kissing here with this person here. See the nose? They're looking at each other. So this literally could be a message for someone unifying in a romantic relationship, but that relationship comes from self and intimacy and knowing oneself first. So all of the brokenheartedness or all of the head games we've played, all of the stuck in the head has caused us to drop to our heart, to have a fuller expression, connection, and understanding of who we are and why we went through who we are. That's true intimacy, to know oneself. And then this little tongue here just shows to me they're speaking their truth, they're living it through taking action, but they could be attracting others now in that resonance, in that alignment. So it could be self with self, it could be self with another. It could be self with our outer reflection of our world. And the little rocks here, little rock bed, all these little circular rocks, shows that we were always supported, we're always connected, we're always given what we need. Because sometimes you can say, and this is beautiful, why did it have to be that way? Why did I have to go that route? Why did I have to take the hard path? Or was I supported? Or I don't feel I had the support growing up. Or I don't feel I had the supportive parents that I want to be for my kids. But what this is saying is we always had the support in exactly the way that we needed to have it for our journey and for our specific soul's experience. Hey Heather, thank you for joining. Good morning. Please share out if you haven't. It's just a morning message for everybody. Not morning, whatever we need to hear. Like I said before, morning is just a label. It's more about a law of attraction, attracting exactly what you need in the moment. So there is no time. And I find that whole timeline and even labeling morning, noon, night, days of the week, everything's become a big blur. It like means nothing really to me anymore, as much. It does mean something, but it's more of a merging, and it's more coming from a frequency than a day, place, time, any of that, even a year, even a number. All right. So that's very beautiful. And it's all divine. All of these rocks around representing, yeah, they were whole. Some of it might have felt like you were being tricked. This little rock here looks like it has a little face. See the little smile, the nose, the eyes. Sometimes it feels like a little bit of a trick sometimes. Life has, they say God has a sense of humor. Well, sometimes we don't like that sense of humor, but we got to learn to like laugh at it and embrace it. But it's just showing us. And this little one looks like it's kissing that rock on the head. I see a nose. And to me, that nose there looks like a lion a lion or a tiger, which represents that strength and courage, always giving us that kiss on the head, even though we don't understand it. That kiss here, this kiss on the head, showing you are guided, you will get it. As you go along your journey, you'll gain that higher perspective and that wisdom. So it's just showing we are always protected, we're always given what we need, we're always in this little safe nest, even though we don't feel safe. Hey, good morning, Tina. Thank you guys for joining. Please share out if you haven't. So the message is fuel. What it says is your thoughts and words are the steering wheel to where you want to go. Your emotion is the fuel that speed up the ride to get you there. Do your thoughts and connections, emotions, take you on the road you want to travel? Remember, you're the driver. And that is true. You are the driver whether you feel like you're the driver or not. Whether you feel lost and out of control and unbalanced and unanchored, you still have that higher perspective. There's a piece of you, tiny little piece of you in the physical, but the broader perspective of you is that universal force at work, that everything happening for you. So it's still always in control. Before we came into this incarnation or this focused awareness, we kind of had a plan. I think we kind of had an idea, an outline of what we wanted to experience. So we're still in control, even though you don't feel in control, but it's telling you that also your thoughts and the emotion behind those thoughts act as like, what's it called? That stuff that empowers engines. It begins with N. Oh, shit, what is it? You pour it and it goes zoom. It gives you zoom. Gets you there quicker. What the hell's it called? I can't think of it. Anyways, so your emotions. So focus your thoughts and emotions. You still have power within that bigger plan. You still have a piece and a component to tweak your travel, your your journey by focusing. So to me, when we focus on the breath and it makes you feel good, you immediately encompass that energy, and then that's going to be reflected. So this is just saying your thoughts and emotions. So it's important to, as much as you can, to immerse yourself in those places of joy and high frequencies. That's what this does for me. So it's kind of like my pre-workout today. It feels good. It gets me in alignment. It gets me all sparked and activated within. And that's focusing me onto getting where I want to go quicker. Do your thoughts and emotions lead you on the road you want to travel? You are the driver. All right. And you are always the driver, but there's this balance of the physical self, the physical you, and then that higher perspective merging, coming together to create your journey. So that's all that's saying. No matter your brokenness is bringing you to a fuller, more complete experience, fulfillment, bliss. That was the message today, bliss, through intimacy and connection with self. And then that kissing, that little moon here, half moon crescent, little face, is representing you becoming intimate and having a more authentic experience in your outside world, reflecting your intimate experience with self. Whew. Right now we have everything we need. Exactly. Mindfulness to reduce emotional reactions. Always a work in progress. Oops. More recently for me. Yeah, me too. Because you can, like, there's the emotions that are working for you. Everything's always this and that, a paradox, polarities. You can act emotionally reactive, like someone triggered you and you go, and you can spew at the mouth and name call, have that kind of emotional reaction. But that emotional reaction is being triggered by fears, doubts, programming within oneself that isn't in alignment to your truth. So you react emotionally. It's almost like your emotions want to escape that fear and that pain because that isn't the ultimate truth. It's an experience to get you there, but it's not the ultimate. But then you have those other emotions where you feel good, you're outside, you're connected with nature and peace. That's more that kind of mindfulness and being one and calm and those feelings. So again, you can also pinpoint and choose the emotions that you want to keep creating. And then there's also the being just the observer and taking that broader perspective and examining yourself and why you're reacting that way and learning that way also. Hey Tamara, good to see you guys. Hey Amy. All right, so that's our power of 3. And yeah, I think Tina kind of said it. Being more mindful to hear what's coming from here. and aligning to this. Not that all that other outside stuff that's still working for you, because it's hopefully getting you to say, okay, how do I feel about this? All of this shit triggers me. I don't like it. I feel angst, anxiety. I feel anxious. I feel nervous, worried. All of that is a gift, because that is a guidance from yourself saying, okay, how do those voices resonate? Do they feel right? Does that feel good to you? And then you can come into this space and being mindful and react from here, not just from here. And this even shows that reacting just from the head all the time causes you to be broken and separate from your heart. Oh my God, there's so much symbolism in this. But at the same token, paradoxically, it also brings you to a fuller connection to your heart. Oh my God, it's just unbelievable. Yes, I always feel the universe helping every step of the way. Denise says, yes, because you are connected to the universe. You are orchestrating it with your higher self to work for you. It's always working for you. If God is love and life, you're going to get exactly what you need. It's not going to condemn or judge or create punishment for you. Thank you, Tamara. So I thought I would pull one more card. And this is from the angels and ancestors, because I do believe that we are we're soul retrieving all aspects of ourselves right now, because that veil, that timeline, dimensions, linear lives are all being dissipated and separated. And we really are having a soul retrieval where we're aligning and connecting. And I believe we do have energies that we're integrating and are coming into our awareness in the here and now from other aspects of ourself. It's being ignited within us. So you can say, well, that life or that timeline doesn't matter because I'm focused on now. You're right. We are focused on now. But as we activate all that we are, we're also activating some of this energy that was in our DNA, in our codes, in our energy that is actually here to help us in the now. It sounds so beautiful. All right, so let's pull a collective card. What of us on the collective are activating and integrating that it might have been repressed, but are aiding us now? Hey, Kathleen. Shoo. All right. I like these cards too. These are kind of cool. All right, Spirit, what energies are coming forth? Oop, and two of them fell out. I'm just going to go with both of them. All right, all right. High Priestess. This has a very Egyptian look to me too. So you guys obviously are gods, goddesses, priestess, priests, if there's such thing as the god priests, are being illuminated within you. That intuition, that inner knowing, because you've allowed yourself to be broken, to become more whole. And that part of you is taking the steering wheel, I can say. Their spirit is saying that part of you now, the high priestess that you are, the goddesses, is taking the steering wheel. It is leading the way. Look how her wing, it's not behind her, it's forging forward. Her wing, her spirit, her internal guidance is now leading the way. Same with her arm going forward. What the hell is she holding? What's it called? I can't even think of it, but that is leading the way. That female giving birth. I can't think of the name. With the cat, with the black cat. Trusting, even though she might... So the high priestess has that hidden, that mystery, that information within, might not see the clear picture. So going forward, trusting in the unknown, but knowing that's the best. She's cloaked in divinity. She is one with her divinity, her heart, her higher self, her journey, her soul's purpose. She has all are those feathers? Feathers, receiving spirit now in the mind. Her mind and heart are united in an intimate connection with her divinity. That is leading the way. That is her purpose. Even if she don't understand everything, that black cat, she's trusting in that. That cat has an earring. That's so weird. To me, representing that full circle, connectedness, eternity in the hearing. Cats are considered magical, shapeshifters, very high frequency, like the Boy, I am really drawing blanks today. But you know that, what's the name of the cat? Galactic cat, Leon's, Lion, Lyra, Lyran. So that connection of that energy, bringing you to wholeness, because you're listening to something deeper, almost like the void within. You're trusting in that and you're moving forward in it. And what's this say? High Priestess, harnessed mystic power. So as we connect to those energies, the mystic, the energy within us that we don't remember, but we're living it at the same time, we're harnessing it and we're becoming more whole. We're becoming more complete. Not that we weren't, but we're just living it now with a higher awareness. It's not dormant. It's not repressed. We always are all this. We always are it. But now it's our time to actually experience it in the physical plane. Is that not beautiful? I love this card. So powerful. So, psychically, spiritually, just godly, aware, living in almost Atlantean times. Beautiful. Drawing on those energies. What a beautiful integration or awareness that we're experiencing right now. And then the other one is Mirror Guardian. Almost like, I can't remember what card it was. Mirror Guardian, almost like that is our foundation in this card. Like that person here kissing this little guy here. Kind of like her looking down. That same kind of thing. He's down here, he's laughing, he's having a good time, the human. But there's that lioness, Lyran energy again. See that cat nose? Oh my God, I love the way the synchronicity. So there's the little cat, but say a big cat like a lion or whatever, symbolizing that strength and courage, because you are being guided. You're not just down here. You're not just this person. You're also this person. You're this person. You're this, well, I say person, energy. Whether you're male or female, you're at the High Priestess energy. So you are the universe, even though you might not necessarily understand it from the from the human mind. But it's all coming and making sense now to us. Take time to reflect. Exactly. So all of the messages Tate also was talking about the reflection, introspection, all of those outside mirrors that don't feel resonant with us, that cause us whatever disturbed energy within, gives us an opportunity to reflect. Reflect by connecting. How do we reflect? We reflect through connecting to that heart space, that place of more feeling into it instead of just thinking into it. And then that brings us to a greater wholeness. Oh my God, so in sync. Let me see what other... To me, I'm just feeling that you are also the guardian of yourself. The universe has got your back always, and it's always working for you. And anything that doesn't feel like it's working is just reflecting energy that is creating a catalyst. It's not always that you are that energy of conflict. The conflict is creating a catalyst to reflect and connect to your intuition. See here, she's cloaked with third eye energy, divine intuition, psychic powers, that kind of thing. She's bringing forth that, but the priestess, the high priestess has all that too. And all that came from here. Surrendering and allowing and having that faith, having that courage, being really focused on forward movement, not the back. Just wondering what that was right there in the back. So the darkness and to me, this little thing right here, the darkness, the boundaries, the walls, those are all behind her. Moving and forging forward in trust and faith. And knowing that this is her guide, and knowing that she is reflecting and creating everything she needs. So that's why she trusts. Wow, what a beautiful reading, guys. All right, guys. The cat leads us. I love it. Yeah. Looking out for us. Just like the heel, too. Like, you know, when you're not feeling good, the cat will come over and lay on your tummy or whatever and just like look at you, like connecting to that energy. They're that outer reflection of connection and a healing. And in the black representing mysterious, you know, things that the mind don't understand, but they're still working in spirit and energetically. Wow. All right, guys, I so appreciate you all and love you. And you guys are all priestesses. and goddesses, and whether you're male or female biologically, those energies are what are really in our awareness, and that we are integrating God. It just feels beautiful. And I get all the tingles. So it's like going back to the time of Atlantis or the age of Aquarius and all of that. It's already in here. It's just allowing it. It's not that it ever wasn't. It's not that New Earth, Atlantis, heaven, all of that didn't exist. It was just kind of compartmentalized. And then life gave us all of these triggers and experiences to clear stuff that was not serving this frequency. That's what all of the voices are sometimes, and the people and everything out there. They are reflecting those hidden programs that are running within our DNA, within our energy, that we might not be aware of. Because you could say, well, I only believe in love. Of course I don't believe in all of that stuff. But we have these unconscious programs still running. So all of the stuff that doesn't seem to resonate with us is just triggering, allowing us to release that so we can connect to that heaven within us. So you can't live and experience the energy unless you are in alignment and resonant and matching it. We are matching it from a deeper place. We always are, because we're always this. We're light beings. But because we chose to come into the dense human experience in order to self-realization, to further expand, for God to know itself and have the experiences from a physical level, we also came to transmute those darker, heavier energies. And they don't match this, per se. They do and they don't. So everything gives us an opportunity to align and to open and crack and have that come forth. It's always there. It's always been there. It never went anywhere. So isn't that awesome? All right, guys, I love you, and may you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.